What's up, everybody? JBL Sports here with my sports betting picks video, college football edition. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and each and every time I put out a video. You guys are awesome, and the village is growing right now each and every day. I have a record number of people in the village right now. Basically what that means is I give out plays every single day via email, my best plays of the day: college football, MLB, WNBA, NFL. I throw some soccer in there here and there, Canadian Football League, FCS, so much more. We're in October now. It is October the 1st. Some of you guys might be watching this on Saturday, October the 2nd. We get to welcome back the NHL already in preseason and the NBA back into the mix. So excited to add those sports into the mix. So we are just fully loaded. My favorite time of the year is when we have the NBA, college basketball, the NFL, and college football going together all at the same time, and hockey as well. We had an unbelievable hockey season last year, so it's going to be super fun in the next coming weeks and months as we get more sports into the mix. But for college football, what I like to do is called the long shot parlay. There's so many games on Saturday. I don't want to come in here and just give you guys one play, so I like to give you guys multiple plays, and my fun way of doing that is I throw them all into a long shot parlay and see if we can hit this bad boy. I recommend you pluck out your favorite to something smaller two-teamer parlay, or maybe a couple straight bets. That's definitely the better, safer way to go if you're trying to build your bankroll, which we all are. But if you do have some extra money, you want to get crazy with me, you can try the long shot parlay with me. But like I said, the goal of it is just to give you guys a bunch of different plays that I like. If you guys are on the same play, that gives you some more confidence. If you were on opposite plays, one of us is going to be wrong. But that's what I like to do with college football. So without further ado, so last week, our long shot parlay, it wasn't the best attempt. Let me pull it up on the screen here. We went 2-4. We had a push in there as well. We had LSU Mississippi first half under. That one was an easy under. We had Iowa minus 23. If anybody saw Iowa on Friday, that is what I was expecting. They blew out Maryland on the road. They were playing Colorado State at home last week. They just were completely unmotivated in that game, which is unfortunate. You try to, it's just not really something you can handicap. You never know when the team is going to show up or not. There are definitely some factors out there that can lead you in one way or another. But you never really know for sure. Iowa State should have killed Colorado State last week, and they only won by 10 points, which was a complete joke. So that one was a loss. A&M, Arkansas first half under. That one came through pretty. I think that one was actually pretty close, but it did come through. Kent State plus 14, had them to stay close against Maryland. They had their chances, but they just couldn't get the job done, keep that game close enough. They lost by 21, I believe. Kansas State, Oklahoma State, first half under. So Oklahoma State, they just exploded early in that game. The second half was more what I thought it was going to be. Second half was much more lower scoring, but Kansas State's defense and Oklahoma State's offense, it just was not expected. Hawaii and New Mexico State, over 62. That one was a push. And then BYU minus 23, like Iowa. Well, a little bit different than Iowa, but that was another team that should have covered last week. They took their foot off the gas. They were up pretty big at halftime, and then the second half, like I said, they just kind of coasted. But that is what happened last week. So we went 2-4. Definitely not my best attempt, and not every week is going to be a great attempt. So we add that to our record, which you'll see here. We are 12-10, 55%, which is okay. Anything above 53 and some changes is making money, but I like to do much better than that. I like to be 60% and above. So A good week this week will get us right back there. So without further ado, let's get into this week's long shot parlay. So for those of you that know how I roll, I'm just going to quick hit these games. I don't want to make a super long video for you guys. I know you guys just want the plays. So let's just get the plays out there. We'll go through them really quick, couple quick pointers, and then we will wrap this bad boy up. So we'll start with Boston College plus 15. BC travels on the road to take on Clemson. And man, what a difference a year makes, and a new quarterback makes. I'm just waiting for Clemson to have that breakout game, but it's not coming. It hasn't happened yet. It might not ever come this year. They just don't look good offensively. They're ranking near the bottom in all of football, 121st in offense. That is just bad and crazy for a Clemson team that has just been at the top year after year. And it doesn't get any easier this week. BC comes in with their 20th ranked defense, but it's definitely going to be a tough game for BC. Going into Clemson, a tough place to play. But last year, they almost upset Clemson. That was a game that Trevor Lawrence did miss, but hey, he's not going to be in this game either. I just have to go with BC. They're playing well right now, 4-0. Like I said, they have a really good defense. I'm going to take them plus 15. Next, we're going to go with Ohio State minus 14. So despite Rutgers improving year after year, and this year they're better as well, they're just still no match for Ohio State. They do get C.J. Stroud back from injury, Ohio State, the quarterback. And I just think it's a mismatch here. Even though Ohio State's on the road, they're 1-0 in the Big Ten. I think they're going to run the table in the Big Ten, and I just think they are going to win this game by a couple touchdowns. I think Ohio State can definitely exploit some of the matchups. Offensively, I see them scoring a bunch of points here, and I don't think Rutgers will be able to keep up. So we're going to go Ohio State minus 14. So next we'll go with a over Oregon and Stanford over 57. So Oregon travels to take on Stanford, a team they've had pretty good success against. They are 13-6 since 2002. Oregon, their offense is really playing well right now. They rank 23rd in the country in points per game. They're looking really good so far, and they really shouldn't have any issues scoring against this Stanford defense. Their defense is not very good. It hasn't been good in a few years now, which is pretty surprising. But when you have the number 3 team in the nation come into your building, you know Stanford's going to be hyped. They're going to be ready to go for this game. But in order for them to compete, they're going to have to score some points to keep up with Oregon. I see this game going over 57. Next, we're going to go with another over. Texas and TCU over 65. Pretty big number, but Texas's offense is really rolling right now. They are averaging 64 points per game over their last 2 games, and I just don't think TCU can stop them. They're ranked 80th in total defense. I don't see them slowing Texas down at all, but TCU's offense is no joke either. They score over 37 points per game. That ranks 28th in the nation. 2 teams clicking offensively right now. I'm looking for a shootout in Texas. Let's go with a first half under. You guys know I love the first half unders. Mississippi State, Texas A&M first half under. So I was on both Mississippi State and Texas A&M first half unders last week, and they both cashed. And now they're playing each other. So it's just a perfect pick for me. But I said it last week, Texas A&M's offense is not very good since they lost their starting quarterback. The backups had a few games now. Offense just doesn't look like it's getting much better. Mississippi State's offense, not much better. They do have, both these teams have good defenses. I see this being a low scoring game. I lean towards Mississippi State plus a 7 as well. If I think it's going to be a lower scoring type of game, I definitely want the points. Plus 7, I think, is a good number. I can definitely see Mississippi State winning that game outright, but for this parlay, I'm going to go with the first half under 23. Last but not least, we're going to go with another first half under Arkansas, Georgia. This one is just too hard to pass up. The best defense in the nation, it's not even close, Georgia. They are allowing less than 200 yards per game. That is just completely insane. Arkansas's defense is not much worse. I mean, they're 12th in the nation. two of the top defenses going at it. Georgia at home, you know they're going to be fired up. Top 10 team coming into the building. It's going to be a good game. I think early on, especially for Arkansas, I think they're going to be a little bit conservative. You definitely don't want to turn the ball over against this Georgia team on the road. So I'm liking the first half under. If we can just get a couple field goals instead of touchdowns, this should cruise to the under, and that's it. So this is a 6-team parlay. Throw my ticket up. 135 pays over $5,000. We have two sides. We have one underdog, one favorite. We have two overs and two unders. With that, Arkansas, so I mentioned this almost weekly. I typically like to take first half unders because I like to take overtime out of the equation. If you take an under and it goes into overtime, you're pretty much screwed. There's been a couple times where I've still cashed, but more than likely you're going to lose. So if there's a game that I think it's going to be close, like the Mississippi State Texas A&M game, I'll definitely lean more towards the first half under than the full game under. But the Georgia game, even though Arkansas is a really good team, 8th ranked team in the nation, I don't think they have a chance to beat Georgia in Georgia the way they're playing right now. So I actually am okay with the full game under in that one. I was kind of going back and forth. So I like both of those plays, whether there's the Arkansas Georgia first half under or the full game under, I think 48. So I just wanted to clarify that. But other than that, that is going to wrap it up. That is 6 plays for you, 6 plays that I like. I mentioned before, I definitely recommend plucking out your favorites if there are any. If there were already a couple of those that you were already leaning towards, we're on the same side. That gives you a little bit more confidence. But definitely 2-team parlays, maybe 3 is the better way to go, the safer way to go. And of course, straight bets is really what you want to have most of your money on. But that is 6 plays for you. I definitely appreciate you guys joining me each and every time. I'm going to change this up a little bit as we get later in the year. Like I mentioned before, we have the NHL and NBA that is about to start here pretty soon. So when I do these long shot parlays, I'm going to make it a cross sport long shot parlay. I'm going to throw in some NBA, throw in some NHL if there are any that I like. I really want to throw some MLB onto this one, but the MLB plays that I am looking at, the lines aren't up yet at the time of this video, but that's what I'm going to be doing later in the year. Once college basketball starts, NBA, I'm going to be doing cross-sport long shot parlays. It's still going to be mostly college football, but I'm going to make it more fun and throw some other sports into the mix as well. And then maybe on Sundays, I'll also do another long shot parlay along with my long shot teasers. Just as we get more sports into the mix, I'm going to do some different things. Just give you guys as much as I can. But if you're interested in my full card, my best plays in all sports each and every day, like I mentioned before, jayvillesportspicks.com is where to go. Don't forget to use the promo code. I'm going to be using that promo code pretty much all through the NFL season. NFL back 30. It's all one word, all capital letters. NFL back 30. It'll get you 30% off any package of your choosing. I already make the packages super cheap as it is, so you can take an extra 30% off as well. So jayvillesportspicks.com is where to go to sign up. Once you sign up, you'll start receiving all of my plays in all sports each and every day sent directly to your email box. Very, very simple. But if you do have any questions about that, my email address, social media pages are all down below in the description of this video. So check out that description and hit me up anywhere you like. I'll definitely get back to you. While you're down there in the description, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed as well so you know when new videos pop up. I'm about to release another NBA Top Shot pack opening video. If you're unfamiliar with that, very, very fun. If you're into collecting, the NBA is doing a fun thing with NBA Top Shot. But yeah, so other than that, that's going to wrap it up from me. Stay tuned for my NFL video, which will be coming out sometime on Saturday. But yeah, wrap it up. Hope you guys have an awesome Saturday. Hope you guys make a lot of money. But that's going to do it for me. Good luck out there, and I'll see you guys soon.